Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today we got another reaction video. It's a reaction video to Josh Hart calling out Tom Thibodeau's play calling versus the Warriors. So if y'all didn't know, like a couple days ago, Josh Hart kind of went back and forth with their coach. And you know Josh Hart he a dog. He a dog. I ain't gonna lie, he not a superstar, but I'll give him he a star. He a star. He a dog. I ain't gonna lie. But since Jalen Brunson got injured, I'm guessing he has a way bigger role. I haven't watched the Knicks game. Not gonna lie to you. I really don't know if he's really balling. I really don't know. But I just saw a good 30 seconds of it, and I was like, let's watch it. That seems interesting. I love hooping. I love basketball. So I'm gonna give you my point of view, my thoughts. Yeah. But let's get into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. I love to read y'all comments. Comment something I can react to. Lock in chat. And hit the bell notification for more uploads. And then, yeah, I just had a brain fart. But let's get into it.
There was a clip of Josh Hart and Tom Thibodeau arguing on the bench. For people that aren't up to date, Josh Hart has been one
of chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you are one of the main players, bro, arguing with your coach, it's a bad example. It's a bad leadership. Look, but bro, we're all human. We're all going to have miscommunication. We're all going to be bro, this is a better play. This is a better thing. So please, people, don't take this out of context and make it seem like Josh Hart is a horrible leader. The dude's a dog, bro. Him and his coach just had a disagreement, and bro, they're two adults. One's a coach in the NBA, one's an NBA player. Sometimes, bro, it's different when you are on the court than comparing to watching. And I don't feel like the average person knows that.
One of the most important Knicks this season, and has been fantastic with Jalen Brunson on the court. But since he went down with a badly sprained ankle, Hart has been trying to adapt to his new role and has especially struggled offensively against the Warriors. While he had 7 assists and 7 rebounds, Hart was never a real scoring threat. The Warriors were able to hide their weakest defenders on him all night. He missed a few layups at the rim and started off 0 for 5 from the field.
Alright,
he missed a few layups at the rim and started off 0 for 5 from their weakest defender.
Alright, so first off, they're hiding their weakest defender, quote unquote. Technically, Josh Hart is a corner specialist. So really, if I have Miles, Malik Bridges, I think that's his name. I know he used to play for the Suns. He's a scorer. So I would have the pick and roll with him and Mitchell Robinson. You have the shooter Shannon, and I don't know. I can't really see the number or who that is. I'm guessing no, that's Anunoby. I really don't know who that is. But right here, so right, Miles Bridges, this guy's already he's already late. Miles Bridges, you see the hesitation? Miles Bridges should have just went. Because if he went, this defender has to come over to try to maintain, stop this, or this defender has to slide over, or Curry has to slide over. And once Miles Bridges is right here, he could kick it right here, he could kick it right here, or he could kick it right here. And let's see what the play goes.
On him all night.
See what I'm talking about? He didn't go. He picked up his dribble and just waited. Does that make sense? Because hold on. Because if you see it, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. I'm breaking this down because I really don't agree with him on that.
His defenders on.
So right, see, look, if he would have attacked, you see how this dude's shifting over, and you see how Curry's kind of came back over here because he shifted over. Even with Miles Bridges, Mitchell Robinson's right here. Honestly, if you would have attacked number 7, just a little attack, you probably could have had Mitchell Robinson on a bounce pass or a lob, or that would force Curry to come over there. So I don't really agree with him. I just think that's where Josh Hart was supposed to be, honestly. He's a corner specialist, so why wouldn't he be in the corner if you have a scorer out there?
on him all night. He missed a few layups at the rim and started off 0 for 5 from the field. It also didn't help that he botched a few defensive coverages too. At the end of the quarter, Draymond runs an inverted pick and roll, and Hart doubles Green, which leaves Curry open for 3.
And bro, come on, gang. If this was anybody but Curry, bro, anybody but Curry, and like a couple other guys,
which leaves Curry open.
Curry literally, he had the ball behind his head and literally took 2 steps. The defender's right here. The defender, like, bro, the defender's right there. It's kind of like, bro, it was just
for 3.
The average nigga is not making, like, the average NBA nigga is most likely not making that shit over, like, bro, I'm sorry. Most likely he's not. Not open. Like, it's like
on the way down,
very contested.
McBride tries to create a shot at the end of the buzzer, and he's late. And you'll see Tibbs talking to Hart like, "What are you doing?" Then
that was a great decision. I mean, you have 2.2 seconds.
Create a shot.
All right, so he has 1 second.
At the end of the buzzer,
he has a wide open 3-point shot,
and he's late. And you'll see Tibbs talking to Hart like, "What are you doing?"
He should have.
Then early in the second half,
faster.
The Knicks are trying to match up, and Hart inexplicably tells Anunoby to take Draymond. That means Butler is now open on the backside, and while he misses the shot,
Butler's open though. Butler's open. All right, so I will say, if you play basketball, this shit happens. Cause look, all right, so boom, so he's probably guarding him. He's like, okay, what do I do? All right. He's probably thinking Cat might drop down since he's the closest one to the paint. He's a center. He gets him. All right, he's right there. That's probably what he's thinking. Like, that's the smartest, like, because, bro, Josh Hart is not going to get to Jimmy Butler because Draymond's about to pass this ball. Josh Hart is not going to get in front of him that fast. So what Josh Hart is telling him is, bro, Cat, drop, Anunoby right here. Bridges right here.
Inexplicably tells Anunoby to take Draymond. That means Butler's now open.
But honestly, what a amazing recovery. Bro, think about it. He's right here. The ball got passed and he was still like right here. And he came down in a face down block. Like, he blocked
the backside.
The ball.
And
then it was like he played good defense. Cat should have came down and got the rebound. So like, honestly, I get what he's saying on the Anunoby thing. Okay, that was my fault because he called Anunoby to go over there. All right, that's his fault. But the dude had an amazing recovery. Like, he came down and blocked Jimmy Butler. So like, he fixed his mistake.
He misses the shot. He gets the rebound and kicks it out to Moses Moody for 3. But where the real frustration between Hart and Tibbs stemmed from was due to the state of the Knicks offense, as they had trouble scoring all night, especially against the Warriors zone. The Warriors mixed in a zone 6 times, and the Knicks never scored against it. For most of the night, the Knicks went to the high ball screen with their center to break down the zone, but they couldn't find good shots. To start the fourth, the Warriors are in a 1-3-1 zone, and Payne and Robinson run that high ball screen with Hart setting another pick. After he gets the ball, he tries to move Draymond by fake passing before firing it to Robinson, but he drops the ball. Next possession, the Warriors go to a 3-2 zone.
All right, that's not Josh Hart's fault. The ball hit his hands. Honestly, hold on, chat. If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to catch it. It doesn't, nigga, you're 7 foot. Catch the ball. So that's not Josh Hart's fault. Like, now could he have probably passed it a little lower? Yes. But you're also playing in the NBA. Other niggas are 6'8", so not really his fault. Should have caught the ball, Mitchell Robinson.
And you'll see the same high ball screen again. This time Hart stays on the wing, and his pass gets deflected by Moody. And you'll see Hart looking at Tibbs like, what are we?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a lazy ass pass. That was his fault.
Doing? That's because that was the third possession where the Knicks went to the ball screen with very poor results. So next trip down, the Knicks are in the same alignment, but this time, Towns cuts down the middle and Hart cuts from the baseline. Now if Towns just waited a split second longer, Anunoby would have been open for three, but he tries to float it over Draymond instead. With the Warriors now on a 7-0 run,
Honestly, I think
the Knicks have OG Anunoby cut down from the wing this time, and again, Draymond's there early and he's able to contest his layup. And then on the way down, Butler has Hart on the switch and gets a pretty open jumper. After the ball goes out of bounds, Thibodeau calls the play. At the same time, Hart seems to propose another play call, probably for Karl Anthony Towns because he's pointing at him. So when Tibbs calls a 1-5 special, Hart doesn't like the call. Now the camera pans away for a little bit, but you'll see that Tibbs went with his own play, 1-5 special. With the Warriors still in the zone, Towns fakes the screen. It's Hart who cuts middle this time, and this was probably their best shot they got in the zone. Now, the Warriors call timeout on the following possession, and ESPN caught the exchange between Tibbs and Hart, and you'll see Tibbs say, "When we call a effing play, do your effing job." Yeah, we're right. Now I think he's continuing to say, "do your job" multiple times here before the camera pans away. Now, was this interaction a big deal? Probably not, but their exchange didn't really solve things either. Without Brunson, the Knicks were actually still able to make it a game with the help from this long Karl Anthony Towns 3. A few minutes later, Bridges rushes down the floor and goes into a very nice fadeaway to tie the game at 88. But after that, the Knicks offense was really disorganized down the stretch. Bridges and Towns run the pick and roll and he tries another jumper. Hart's able to bat it back out and tells the Knicks to slow down, but Towns takes a really early three instead. On the other end, Steph Curry tries.
well, because you want to slow it down because you don't want a shot turnover. What Karl Anthony Towns just did was basically a shot turnover. If you shoot the ball with only like 14 seconds, 15 seconds left on the shot clock, you had a shot turnover. Honestly, if it's not wide open. If it was wide open, understandable. But shooting a ball with 15 seconds left on the court, 15 seconds left with 2 minutes left, you really are trying to score points. And you're really trying to not have the ball in the other team's hand. Like, especially when you have Curry, Jimmy Butler, Moses Moody's a bucket. Like, he hasn't been that great, but he's still decent. And Draymond's decent. So it's like, bro, you don't want Curry and Butler to come down and score.
Attacking Cat and misses the layup. With a prime opportunity to run, Hart uncharacteristically slows it down. Even then, the Knicks still have a 5-on-3, but everyone's clumped in the paint. McBride tries to drive on Curry, and he gets easily blocked in the paint. The Warriors then try to run themselves.
Alright, so see, those were 2 shot turnovers. Look how much time was left when McBride did this.
To drive on Curry, and
McBride
he gets
did this
easily
with
blocked in the paint.
9 seconds left. He put the shot up with 9 seconds left. And they did not run a play. He just did an ISO. Shot turnover. You should have ran a 10-second, 15-second run play. And you can see Hart is saying, bro, slow the fuck down, bro. We just had 2 bad possessions back to back. We've had bad possessions all game, and it's still a 2-point game. Slow the fuck down. What are we doing?
The Warriors then try to run themselves, and they're able to set up the split action for a wide open Curry 3. The Knicks catch a break, and they have another chance to run. Towns slows it down though, and tries going through 2 people, which leads to a turnover and foul. Then, after another scoreless possession and a chance to...
That's 3 basic turnovers. If they probably slowed it down, look at what the Warriors are doing right now. Look at what the Warriors are doing. Look, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now they're getting into their action. Look, and guaranteed Jimmy Butler's going to have this high wing screen right here to Towns. This dude's gonna come off. He's gonna be sitting in the paint. Curry's probably gonna flash up because he's probably gonna flash this way, and Curry might be wide open, or Curry might set that down screen. I mean that up screen and pop out.
Close the game. Draymond puts it in his own hands by attacking Cat off the dribble and lays it home to make it a 6-point game and pulls out the nightmare.
I was technically right. Curry did. If you watch, I was right technically. Curry did semi set a screen. It was a horrible screen.
Off the dribble.
Hold on. It was a horrible
and a chance to close.
Okay, I thought Jimmy Butler was gonna set this wing screen right here, but he didn't.
The game.
See, look, Curry. He's supposed to come off of Curry, but I guess Curry didn't set the screen right.
Draymond puts
and then I did say Curry was gonna pop out, and I said he was gonna flat. So I was semi right.
Off the dribble and lays it home.
And I said he was just gonna stay there too.
And pulls out the nightmare against the Knicks. For Josh Hart, there were multiple times in this game where he was upset about how the offense was looking or a player's decision making. The thing is, he also didn't really help. He didn't score a point in this game, and as a result, the Knicks lose another primetime game to a contender. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, like.
Shout out Daniel Lee. I mean, we might just have two different opinions, but I feel like nobody thinks Josh Hart is a scorer, bro. Like, me personally, every time I've seen Josh Hart, I don't think of him as a scorer. I think of him as like a hustler, a 3-and-D player. I don't think of him as like a first option. Like if you're first option goes down, then you're the second option. I don't even think of him like that. I think that's why they got Malik Bridges or Malik, whatever his last name is. So it's like, bro, I don't really understand what he was trying to say. Like I said Josh Allen. Damn. Josh Hart. Like, I think he still did his role to, like, I wouldn't say excellent, but like he did his role pretty decent. Played defense. He got rebounds and assists. And bro, they should have slowed the ball. They should have slowed it down. Like, if you saw the Warriors on their last 2 possessions, they ran the clock all the way down to a 5-second, and they get a shut off with like 3 seconds. I mean, that's just basketball IQ. Sometimes, yes, you want to hit that big play, but sometimes you don't need that big play. Just make the smart play. And sometimes people, like, it doesn't matter what level you're at. Bro, basketball knowledge is always going to get you. That's why I feel like a lot of these young teams don't be successful in the playoffs, because it's a simple fact of, bro, you can't do these stupid mistakes. You can't have shot turnovers with 2 minutes left. You just gave up 6 points and you lost by 6 points. You gave up 6 points and you have 6 points that you just basically lost. And y'all are the only ones to blame. So honestly, I think they're gonna get this right. They're gonna fix it. Once Jalen Brunson come back, all that shit's gonna be on. Because now you got multiple threats. And then Josh Hart can play his wing to corner role way better. I just think like people are just overreacting, bro. Just chill. The nigga is not a superstar. He's a star. I think he a dog. He a hustler, bro. He a hustler. He a dog. But I don't think like he no number one option. I don't know why this nigga thinks that nigga was supposed to be a number one option. It was supposed to just drop 20 every game. Like what? No. Come on now. Let's be realistic. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, put God first, hit the bell notification, and love your family. Peace, y'all.